Hello YouTube, welcome back. I'm a little bit late because usually I have been doing since the beginning of the year my most worn for the end of each month, and I haven't done April's yet, and today is my most worn for April 2017. All right, so April here in Melbourne, Australia was getting cooler, but we did have a couple of days that were probably above average from a warmth perspective, and I got to wear a fragrance that I didn't expect to wear at this time of the year, mainly because this fragrance is very suited to warm days, and in fact it's one of those fragrances that really shines on warm days. It is a Creed fragrance. It is now in my top two, along with Green Irish Tweed, from the House of Creed, and that is none other than Millesimal Imperial. I've recently done a video comparing that to a much cheaper imitation, which was Love and Luck by Ed Hardy, and I also had a competition in that video for getting 200 subscribers, which I've now passed, and congratulations to the subscriber who commented, and they'll be getting a full bottle of Ed Hardy Love and Luck sometime soon. So along with Millesimal Imperial, my other most worn fragrance is a certified classic as far as I'm concerned. It's now been around for 29 years, coming up to 30 years, and I have to say that this fragrance, as much as it was back then, I think is still now really quite a unique designer fragrance. Back when it came out, there was nothing like it, and I still don't think there is anything quite like it, apart from the fact that it's got several flankers, and that is from Christian Dior, legendary Fahrenheit. Now, I'm not going to go into details about the notes and what it smells like, because there is probably innumerable review videos on Fahrenheit on YouTube by a bunch of different reviewers. But what I will say is this, is that apparently, I mean, I'll start off by saying that I probably back in the late 80s, early 90s, had an original bottle of this, which would now be highly sought after vintage formulation, and it smelled great, amazing. This is, I think, a 2015, 2016 bottle. I bought this on eBay, so it was already used. So this is definitely a reformulated version, but to me, to my nose, I remember it smelling like this. Look, if I had to, and this is probably some kind of biased memory happening here, but you know, I probably imagine remembering that the original Fahrenheit seemed a lot stronger, but then I might have been spraying heaps more on back then when I didn't know about how to apply fragrances as a young man. So my point is that with Fahrenheit in particular, I think Christian Dior have reformulated it, yes, but in this case the reformulation is a winner. I mean, this is still, I'll go as far as to say that this should probably be a staple in every man's fragrance wardrobe. And now I know I'm generalizing and not every man's going to like this, but at the very least everyone should smell this. My wife likes this, and she's not normally one to tell me she likes a fragrance, but she has gone out of her way to tell me that I smell good when I wear this, and she did the same thing with Millesimal Imperial, so that's one of her favorite summer freshies. So That's Fahrenheit, Christian Dior. Don't worry about what vintage you're getting. Pick up a bottle. You know, they're not expensive. I don't, you know, for what you're getting, they're not expensive. They're unique. It's masculine, leather, violet. It still has, if anything, I probably think that petrol gasoline note is toned down, but to a good level. I think nothing that can make it seem overpowering. Getting back to Millesimal Imperial, one thing I will say about that is that from a lot of stuff I've read online about this fragrance, there's conflicting performance issues, and again, we're talking about the House of Creed, and we all know about the batch variation dramas with Aventus, and with Millesimal Imperial I get up to 8 hours longevity, but it is close to the skin. It's not a projection beast, but it's a beautiful, beautiful smell, as I said in my video on that. So for April, that's my 2 most worn fragrances. I'd like to know about what you've worn the most this month. I know a lot of my subscribers are in the Northern Hemisphere. Things might be warming up, so I expect to see fresher, lighter fragrances in the comments. But in Melbourne, it's still good. I got an opportunity to wear something like MI from Creed, and I have been recently getting the opportunity to wear some heavier hitters with the colder weather. So it's good to see you all again. It's good to be wearing Fahrenheit. I'll see you later.